It is Steve with Reflections Over Coffee. I don't have any coffee. It's 7:30 at night. I'm not drinking coffee at night. Sorry, not sorry. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me, and obviously without your views and for you sticking around and commenting, I wouldn't be wanting to do what I'm doing here. So I wanted to talk about today about the world and how I feel like we're made for so much more. And I don't know if any of you are feeling this way. Maybe you're in a 9 to 5. You're in a corporate job that you always thought you always wanted. You worked your butt off to get to where you are. Whatever job it is that you're doing, where you're going in and day out, whether it's corporate or not corporate. I don't know about you, but I'm a 9 to 5 guy too. And I went to university and I got my education. And now, being 33 years old, I feel like in a way it was almost all for nothing. And I'm feeling really burnt out. And why am I feeling burnt out? Well, let's see. Life is getting extremely expensive. Wages are not going up. Rent is astronomically expensive. And it just seems like it's almost impossible to get ahead. And I honestly believe we're meant for so much more than just clocking in and clocking out. And this is where I understand where a lot of these like social media influencers are like trying to like, there's some good people out there that have genuinely created amazing businesses and they're online. I'm not bashing those people at all, but there's some social media influencers which I find make people feel even worse about where they are. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you go online and you'll see, as soon as you start searching things about your life and where you're at, you'll start getting hits for people that are like, leave your country, leave your job, get a nomad visa and travel the world and see places. And or an influencer on a beach saying, this could be you if you just, let me show you how I broke free from the 9 to 5. And they're selling some coaching course, and now you're getting sold on some Kool-Aid. And these people are just chat GPTing a course half the time, and they're selling it to desperate souls. And that I take issue with. But what I really mean about more in life is really doing something that makes you in your core happy. And I find so much of us are in jobs that we do not enjoy. And I found myself in that position many times. Trust me. You're talking to a guy that's gone from job to job to job. I have a bachelor's. I've worked in human resources positions. I've worked as literally as generalists, admins, recruitment specialists, HR business partner for large corporations. And every time I was getting a promotion or a salary increase, it would be exciting temporarily until I would get used to it and be like, well, I'm still in something that I don't enjoy. And even when I was an HR business partner for a large telecommunications company, I would have folks that felt the same way. They would be like, hey, by the way, I'm going to a bank or I'm going to go to another company. They're offering me more. And our response most of the time would be like, okay, well, we'll offer whatever it is that they're offering. We don't want you to leave. That's what we would do. But it got to a point where we were stopping from doing that, because it was getting to the point where people would take that salary increase, but then after 3 months, they would leave anyway. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's more money, but if you don't like what you do, no amount of money is going to change that. And I find that so many of us now, with the world being so expensive, where more and more of us are stuck into dead-end jobs that don't go anywhere, and corporations have no more loyalty to you. Trust me, take it from me. I've been laid off twice, okay? Once in 2023 from the telecommunications company, who was notorious for laying people off every quarter, and I was the one doing the layoffs, ruining people's lives, essentially, even though I didn't want to, because I got into HR because I wanted to help people. You're not really helping people in your HR. I learned that the hard way, okay? Then I was on the chopping block from that company at one point, and then unemployed for 7 months, trying to find a job. everyone telling me, oh, you're being too picky. Get a job at Costco. Get a job at UPS or McDonald's. And it's like, I've tried. I am rejected because I'm too overqualified. And then you're getting interviews. You're going through 4 or 5 rounds of interviews only to be rejected and rejected and ghosted and rejected again. And then at one point it's like, okay, well, what do I do? Do I start my own business? Do I become an OnlyFans model? Honestly, sell feet pictures? What am I supposed to do? Because it seems that's the route that everyone's taking these days, is going to the internet and selling themselves or selling a product and becoming, I don't know, a company sheep, or joining the masses and doing what everyone else is doing in order to make a quick buck. And that's not what this point of this video is. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. It's your prerogative. This video is for people that believe that they have more in them than the job that they're currently in. Okay? Whether that's starting a candle company, or maybe you want to start a nail salon or an eyebrow, like lashes business, or you want to start a pet grooming business, whatever it is that you want to do, I say do what is necessary in order to get there. And also, but look at the things that are, return on investment, right? And don't really just go into something blindly. Do the research, but do something ultimately that you love. And I know there's so many people that are like, oh, don't do a passion. If you chase your passion, you'll end up hating it. And it's like, I don't know. I don't really agree with that. You gotta love what you do. And if you wake up loving what you do every single day, it's not, you're never gonna feel like you're working. So for me, I've been on and off with my detailing business, which not a lot of people are familiar with. Okay. So I started detailing my own car personally many years ago, 12 years ago. And, neighbors were coming up to me and they were like, oh, can you do my car? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you're going to pay me, no problem. I think I talked about this in another video. And, I remember people saying, well, why don't you turn this into a business? And I was like, me? Like, why would someone come to me? Like, and I was like, I was doubting myself a lot. But now I have the auto spa. I have got the website. I've got the Instagram page. I've got the setup in the Tiguan here in the back. And I would love to go into it full time. And it's a passion of mine. It really, I am very, very passionate. And I would love to jump into it full time, but right now, in terms of finances, I can't do that. But slowly but surely, I'm hoping that with the time and effort and energy that I'm putting into it on the side will allow me to get to a point where I can leave my situation and be in a place where I can be doing detailing full time, and maybe even hire someone or a hand or two and detail more cars and more from there and grow the business, instead of just jumping all in, burning myself out and then giving up. So I think, I honestly don't believe we're meant to sit in an office every single day in and day out, reporting into, I don't know, Bob, and having pizza days and having to explain yourself about why you need to take a day off or go to the dentist or take your kids to school or whatever. I find it ridiculous to ask another grown man for permission to do something. It's like we never really truly grew out of high school asking the teacher or the principal to go do something. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. What? No. We're in a very different world today. Very, very different world. We're not, like, I know that I would love to live in this life where there was the 50s, 60s, you went to work, one job, got the money, paid the bills, buy a house, get married, have kids, go on a couple of vacations. We don't have that world anymore unless you're making 100,000. And even from what I'm hearing today, the new 100,000 in 2025 is 200,000 to survive. And then AI is also coming after a lot of jobs, even like mine. I'm pretty sure recruitment jobs and HR jobs in 10 years will be pretty much non-existent because of AI. So they're going to get rid of those 50K, 60K guys, men, women, who do these kinds of jobs. It's just sad. It's just sad. And I think this is the time. It's now or never to start really focusing on what you want to do with your life. Focus on what you have and be happy with the small wins in life. The moment you realize that you already have everything in your life that you will possibly need is the moment you will be the most happiest. And everything else is extra. And that is something that I'm trying to, even to this day, live by. And to stop chasing things. And I was someone that always needed to have the best car, the newest iPhone, the best clothes, the biggest TV. I was always buying crap to make me feel better about myself. And that's not going to solve anything. Yeah, maybe temporarily it'll make you feel good, but after that, it goes away like anything else. So that's it for today. So I'd love to know, what is something that you would really love to do? What is a passion that you really, really have, but you're limiting yourself? Whether it's an excuse or a self-belief, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment down below. Let's discuss. Let's help each other. And I want to see you all grow. I want to see you all become better versions of yourself. And I believe that you'll do it. Thanks for checking out this video. I'll see you all in the next one.